Hello, this is Daddy Yanko, your mechanic. So, this is a 2016 F150 four-wheel drive. We're doing an engine swap, so I just want to give you a heads up on, separating the cabin. Yeah. So a lot of people been trying to do this, and I think I found just maybe like one or two videos online. So it's just a heads up on how to do it. So first thing first, you take your battery out. The battery plastic piece under the battery where the battery sits on. You separate. There'll be four connections like this on the fuse box. You separate them, and you have the speed sensor, which on both sides. So on this side, you disconnect the speed sensor, which is right here. Disconnect the speed sensor, and on the passenger side, there's there's a ground connected right there. This is it hanging. Make sure you disconnect that, and you disconnect the shift cable. And underneath right here, there's this piece that goes to the body right there. You disconnect it. It's like a vent. So you disconnect the fog light and these two transmission lines. You do that. For one, I usually take I try to free the front space, take out all the hoses. So you disconnect the upper hose, and this is the lower hose right there. So disconnect both hoses, you disconnect the AC line. So this one goes to the condenser, and this one is connected right there at the top. I'll show you where you see the plastic, and you disconnect the steering. make sure Make sure before you disconnect the steering you have it locked up so that the tires be straight, and you try to block the tires front and back so that it won't move. You disconnect the master cylinder from the booster. You disconnect all these cables on the right side, so there'll be a bunch of cables here. You disconnect. You have just this coming down with the engine. Yeah. Don't forget to disconnect the ABS sensor. That's it right there. You disconnect that, and the speed sensor too on this side. So now this is a major thing to disconnect. This the parking brakes. You make sure you disconnect the parking brakes, and so you take out the main bolts. You have one, two, three, four on each side, so that makes it eight. Those are the main bolts. They have like two other little bolts that are hanging under, just like two each. As you can see, it will be like two of these on each side. You take it out, and boom, that's it. It's good to go. So when lifting this, you have to be extremely careful. You take it like slowly. Make sure nothing is hanging. Like on my case, um, I didn't disconnect this cable, which is it hangs. It goes all the way through. It goes all the way to the other fog light. So when you start lifting it, you're lifting it up gradually, because you have to disconnect it right here, and you can let it go for free. So now what I'm left to do, just to separate this engine from the transmission, then I put a new one. Easy. Yeah, it took me a couple of hours to do this. And when you do this, I mean, you can disconnect anything at this time. It's easy. You can do your fuel pump right there. Easy. You can check lines, make sure there's no leak. Easy. And here is our engine going in. Shout out to these guys who took out the engine. They didn't do no damage on cables. You can see I'll put it straight in. I don't have to take out any connection from the engine. It goes in as it is. So Makes it easy for me. All right, that was Daddy Yanko.